GPO and FOU Update 8. Update 8 is releasing very soon. FOU said that Update 8 is going to be releasing near the end of this month or before this month ends. So, if you read between the lines and you know who FOU is, that means that the update is going to most likely be releasing on June 3rd is my guess. Now, the main reason as to why I'm saying this is because we just know how developers, Roblox developers specifically, operate. And you know, things do get pushed back 90% of the time. And it just makes sense for you to want to release it on a weekend or like a Thursday or Friday leading into Saturday and Sunday so that players actually have more time to play the game. Now, school is ending for a majority of people, or schools may be done for you, so I feel like the game releasing during those times would be pretty optimal. But if FOU does stay true to his word, that means the update could come as close as tomorrow or Sunday, which I really doubt because as I'm recording this, it is the 26th, which is a Friday. And leading into this video, I just want to go over like some brief things that you possibly will need to, keep in mind for Update 8 releasing. Now, this info is actually from a tester himself, Revolver Ags. I'm sure some people know him. He's a tester for GPO, and he gave us an insight inside his latest video into some of the stuff that you want to actually be prepared for, just to have on go. Now, credit to him, I'll leave a link to his video inside the description because I am basing my video off of this, but I'm just going to briefly cover it and just talk about some of the things that I take away as the most important ones to actually, get prepared for. So moving in on this, one thing that I highlighted inside this video that's going to be important is actually going to be legendary chest. Now, he said that he recommends you farm legendary chest up so that you can get as much as you can get. And then he started talking about it, how it's going to play a pretty important part. And he also highlighted that FOU is reducing the cap of legendary chests from 50 to 15. Now, what this kind of says to me is that if FOU is reducing the cap of it, and if a tester is telling us to get ready with legendary chests themselves, it kind of is telling us that legendary chests are going to play a really important part inside this update. What I possibly think is that you'll probably need to sacrifice some of your legendary chests to unlock a certain game mode where you're able to get some really good rewards. For example, what if for the Law Dungeon, you have to sacrifice one legendary chest and then you get a chance to compete at the dungeon? It's just that when you're competing at the dungeon, the Law Dungeon, you actually have increased rates, or it's just exclusive items that are much harder to get in general. I think that FOU would use legendary chests inside this way because it kind of adds an incentive to actually use them. I have every fruit inside the game times like 2. I have no need for legendary chests at all, literally none. So adding another incentive to actually use legendary chests seems like a really important thing to me. And the fact that Ags did highlight it inside this video without saying much because he can't is pretty important. The legendary chests are going to play an important role, so I do recommend that people farm them. I myself have 4 legendary chests, or 5. I'm not farming it because I'm not playing Battle Royale, but I'll make things work. And the next and final thing that not the final thing, one of the next things that he actually did talk about inside this video was actually going to be Peli. He said that Peli is going to be pretty important, and Peli is the currency inside Grand Piece Online or One Piece itself that you actually use to purchase some things, and that's literally it. So people have been complaining about Peli not having much of an incentive. People go around with like the max Peli cap. There's not really any use for Peli outside of buying your fighting styles for the first initial time. So after that, people just feel like there's no use for it. But Ags is telling us that we're going to want to start farming Peli and just get Peli stored up for the update, which means that FOU is also probably going to add something as well that's going to make Peli useful. Now, he recently did show this sneak peek, and this sneak peek kind of has a lot inside of it. First off, you can see that that's Dressrosa, the Coliseum on Dressrosa, so you can know that Dressrosa is going to have something. But you can also see the Battle Royale Storm Zone coming in, and if you look at the stands, you see it's like people's avatars, and the NPCs have those highlights on their head like they're from dungeons. But after that, the NPCs, every single NPC here is wearing a helmet as if they're from Rome or something. So I don't think this is going to be like a specifically new themed dungeon mode where, oh, now you fight Roman soldiers from dungeons. I think that this will actually be in main game or possibly an event where if you are able to survive after a certain amount, you'll get a legendary fruit. That literally does sound like dungeons. And this is just me brainstorming. I think this will actually be a new game mode. I don't see why Foyu would like use the Dressrosa Coliseum as a dungeon stage. I mean, it does have the 4 sides. It does make sense for it to be a dungeon stage. I don't know. So maybe Foyu's revamping dungeons with some type of themes now, according to the updates. Or this could actually be something else, like a last man standing mode, something like that. I hope that's what it is. I don't see anybody playing dungeons. I just don't think there's really any reason to play dungeons, because it's boring. But yeah, maybe we'll need Peli to actually get access to this mode or something else. At the end of the day, this is all just speculation, and the update is going to be releasing this week. And I will actually be dropping a video probably the day of the update, or like once Foyu announces an official release date on everything that's going to be coming to the update. So if you do want to see that, feel free to like and subscribe, because I will be going hard for update 8 of Grand Peace Online. The game is finally updating, and I do think update 8 will actually be pretty good so far from some of the stuff that Foyu's showing us, or just Dressrosa in general. I'm also excited for Gear 2nd. I'll probably be the first video I drop for the update, but outside of that, hopefully you did enjoy this video, and if you did, feel free to like and subscribe, because I will be covering everything coming to the game very soon.